this man or woman the right person to give, our. I never wait till my songs go down.
I've been through trials and tribulations, but I never broke my determination. Now it's a success story.
We actually witnessing history in the making.
History in the making.
Okay, Sarkodie, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you too.
How are you finding the UK so far?
Yeah, it's the second home. I'm always here, so
Yeah.
same old same.
And you're performing at the O2.
Yes.
What can people expect?
So I want to give big thanks to my team, the Success Music team. I think they have bigger dreams than I have as an artist. I think they actually came up with ideas that I wouldn't say I didn't believe, but I kind of hesitated in the beginning, but then it turned out to be one of the greatest and epic moments in my life. We did the Apollo in the States. I don't know if you saw that, but that was crazy, So, and they came up with the idea, my team. So they came up with the idea for the O2 as well. And for what I saw at the Apollo, I think it's going to be ×2 of that, in the UK. And I think it's the right timing. And I'm in that mood to perform. I go all out. I don't know if you've been to any of my concerts. I really go in. So definitely for the venue and the type of show I'm about to do, I think I'm going to go in. It's going to be epic. And then all I can say is I wish I was a fan of myself that I could just go and sit and watch myself, which is not possible. But I know the fans are going to have fun. It's going to be epic. Trust me.
Okay. Now I know that you released a new album recently, yes. Mary. What's different compared to your other album with Mary?
Yeah, if you've listened to the album, you can see there's nothing on that says Sarkodie. I think it's all different genres and different sounds that I chose. Obviously, because of timeless music, when you normally do timeless music, it's more live music. The instruments are live, so that's where, I had to choose that path, trying to bring about musicians that can come together to produce a masterpiece. Yeah. And it turned out really well. The album is really good. That's one of my favorite albums to date. And then the emotional connection to it is, for a fact, is named after my grandma who just passed. So yeah, it's more intense. And I appreciate the fans for supporting the album as well. And it's been doing good.
Indeed, it has been. If we look at you, I would say probably for the past 6 years or even more, you've actually stayed at the top when it comes to music scene in Ghana and beyond. What do you think is about your music that people can relate to, that's kept you at that level?
I think this question they keep asking about. First, I didn't really have an answer for it, but then when I think about it, I think it's mainly because of the passion and the love I have for it. It's never changed. Money can't change it. Nothing can change it, and I've never being distracted from what I really believe in. So if that's how you're working, there's never going to be a time where you have a downtime, because I love it. I wouldn't stop going to the studio. I'm not going to stop rapping. I'm not going to stop trying to be dope. So until I feel too comfortable not to go to the studio anymore, or take the same passion I started with, and that's when I'm going to have a problem, because that's what happens to most artists. They get the fame, and maybe you were there on top, and you feel like what else can you do? You just want to chill, and that's when somebody comes in and take the spot. What I do is I keep the passion, I keep the hunger, and I go in when I have to. So I think that's what I'm still doing, and I hope God and my fans are going to be that support that I need, because I think the fans actually make me want to do more. When like the show I'm about to do on the 11th, what I get, the feedback I get is what's going to push me back to the studio to keep, doing what I do. So since you have that strong fan base and people who are ready to purchase your music and love you and then come to your concerts, I think that makes you want to do more. And as simple as that, it's just the passion is still there.
Well, especially if anybody was to go online, type in your name, the amount of songs that comes out is unbelievable. But don't you think you're putting too much materials out?
I think I've actually paused on that. If you've not noticed, I've not I think in the beginning it's very necessary.
Right.
You know, you really, at the time where everyone is like all eyes on you time, you know, you really have to put loads of music, loads of materials, because that's when you can put up a show like a show I'm doing at the O2 Indigo. If you don't have enough material, you can't hold that stage. You know, you would need tons of artists.
Catalog.
You know, a catalog to hold a concert on your own, because not too many artists can do that, and it's because of your playlist. You know, and that's very necessary in the beginning. That's what I did. I had to, you know, flood the system with music, and bottom line is I love music, so the once you record it, I think it has to come out. But recently I took I've not really taken a break, but it's more like musically I'm not trying to put out too much, you know, because I think I've done enough, but then I have enough music to put out. So but then I'm going to drop something soon. You know, I mean, you know, I always work, so I always have stuff. Yeah.
If you can name one particular song that, you know, people go crazy when it comes out, what would you say?
It depends on where I go. It's abroad.
Yeah.
When I have a real Sarkodie concert, it starts from the music I start with.
Yeah.
Anyone who jumps to that music is a typical full Sarkodie fan, like 100% Sarkodie fan. Because the music I play, if you take a song like Original or Revenge of the Spartans or Illuminati, which the public might not know that song, you know, but then somebody who's like into Sarkodie's music, they know that one. So in the beginning, of course, those songs like Original, Revenge of the Spartans, I think the real true Sarkodie fans jump to it. But then what is going to turn the whole place upside down was mainly my latest Fire. Yeah. And for about 2 to 3 years, I think it's been Adonai. Adonai has been the song that people are waiting for. The reason why they actually buy the ticket.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Adonai. I remember last time when you came here and you performed at the Dominion Center. That's right. I remember when it came on and when it got to the part where Castro was singing. Yeah. I don't know. I just, looking at you, to me it looked like you felt a bit emotional. Yeah. Do you think a lot has been done to try and, you know, to protect Castro's legacy?
Since the whole situation, I've not really sat down to, you know, look at what's happening, you know, because I'm still in that shock. You know, I still don't want to believe it. I actually, this is an epic question, because when I heard it, I was actually here. Yeah. Where we are sitting now, this is where I was. I was here alone, actually. You know, nobody was here. It was just me. And, you know, I had to cry. I go up, I come down, I go up. I didn't want to understand it. So I had to even book my ticket the next day or two, and I went back to Ghana. So till date, how close we are, it's going to be so hard for me to just accept and let go, you know, that he's gone. Because what happened is we have not seen him. So I'm not necessarily closing the chapter on that. So, yeah, if I do play the song, I think he went, or I don't think I don't want to say he's gone, but he's not around at the wrong time, because this is the time he's supposed to be here, you know, because this is when most of his biggest songs are coming out, you know, and Adonai is obviously one of the biggest ones that he's done. So obviously if I'm performing, you would think about the fact that if he came out of stage and did that side, you know, and when I played the song, I always remember when we were recording and how the studio vibe was. So definitely it would always put you in that position of being emotional when you hear the song. Wow.
Now, from moving on to that, I know that let's go home a bit, because obviously this year is election year. I also know that you've made a few songs, Inflation, The Masses, Doomsot, just to name a few. What do you think will happen? I'll ask you.
I don't know, because if you listen to the songs that you just mentioned, none of them is political. Right. I think it's the normal view from almost every citizen. You know, you cannot be political, but what I say in a song, everybody can relate. So if anything should go down and I'm not too okay with it, I will have to address it, because that's what normally happens. I don't just try to go to the studio and record. I record based on how I feel. I have to be moved. For the Masses song, let's start with Inflation. Inflation actually came in because I was coming to the UK and I had to change. I needed pounds on me, and I needed £5,000, and then when I went to the Forex Bureau and the money they asked for just £5,000, it was crazy. And then that made me go to the studio and just record something about it. And then again, of course, he fused the everyday life of a normal Ghanaian and what they're going through. The masses is the same. I was just thinking about, I was on YouTube watching an interview from one of the MPs talking about how much Ghana we owe, you know, outside, and even we actually owe Ghana, actually, you know, which is crazy. And I'm that type of person. I care that much about being in love or anything. I would just be passionate about it. So I just went to the studio and did that. And Doomsaw, obviously, you know what's happening, you know. So, and it's not because I'm Sarkodie, I'm not facing them. I mean, I'm actually facing them more, you know, because I do more of studio times. And then when you call people, they tell you we don't have light, and no matter how creative you are, you're supposed to wait, you know. So that hit me. That's why I went to the studio. So I don't know what's going to happen, you know, this year. If I should feel anything that's wrong, of course I'll jump in.
With this election coming, I know that you haven't chosen to go with that party or that party. You just enlighten the issues. What would you say to people coming this election year?
It would have to be listened, but then what are we listening to? Because we've been listening to all of them. You know, when they do their campaigns, some are even so touching that it makes me want to vote, you know, for them. You know, so for listening sake, I don't think that would really help, because it's a political trick that they normally use. You know, they have great inspirational speeches that will make you want to vote for them. Yeah, but I think it's kind of confusing as in how to advise on that, because you would have to vote, you know. But bottom line is we have to listen and try to see beyond the fact that your mom is NDC or your mom is NPP, and Kufuor has a sexy eye and JJ is fair. You know, like we need to move beyond that. I think as people, we need to start reading into people and think, is this man or woman the right person to give, you know, our country to run? You know, so we just have to be, and that for the people, I'll blame them for some part of it, but for the most part, I think I'll go for the leaders and some structures they can put down, you know, to make our country run better. I don't know. I'm not a political person, but if something's going wrong, I would obviously, you know, detect. But I can only plead, you know, with the leaders that they should put the country first, you know. And I think Ghana's already peaceful, and it's always going to be peaceful, because we were not brought up as violent people, so we don't really have time to you know, destroy the peaceful country we have. And I would like us to maintain that. Let's vote. Anyone who wins, I think, is okay. But then again, the leaders, you know, we are the youth, and we are asking that when you come in, we want Ghana to be a better place to be.
And let's come back to your music. I mean, your type of music, anybody can listen to it. And especially when I'm in the car with my mom. My mom listens to it.
Are you sure?
I'm serious.
No, there's some songs that I don't like my mom to listen to, so I don't know which ones.
Okay. The ones that I play.
Okay.
And one thing she always comments on, when someone in new So I wanted to know, I mean, it's hard enough if you were born here or brought up here just to speak the basic language. However, when you're rapping, you go deep in certain words and the way you put things together. How did that come about for you? Maybe you had to tell what he fear now.
Oh, no. The funny thing is, I mean, Tree is how, but I know how to speak Tree.
Okay.
Like how it sounds.
Right.
The pronunciations of Tree, like because I did Tree in school, and then I know how to pronounce it, you know, so to say something that then you can relate. But I'm not talking about big words. I don't say big words. We have someone like Obrafour is more of that deep type of person. He says stuff that today I don't understand. Lumba, Machi they say stuff I don't understand. With me, I just know how to construct the Tree, you know, sentence as well. I just know how to pronounce it. The diction is great when it comes to Tree.
The funny thing is, normally the moment you put on a track and, you know, the oldest we say, So the other day what I did was I put on your track, Hand to Mouth.
Hand to Mouth, yeah.
And then I said, go on. You know, I just kept quiet. My mom came in and put it on. should just listen. Say, hey, I'm going too for what was the idea behind that song?
Hand to mouth. You see, I actually it's a plan I took which is working. I'll answer that, but before I answer that, you know, for someone like your mom, if you take the hand to mouth beat, on a normal day, your mom wouldn't listen to that beat, you know, because it's too hard. It's a hardcore beat. But what I was saying on the beat is what made them listen to it. Same with Boga Boga. The beat is like real hip hop. It's more of what I was saying that made them love it. So hand to mouth actually, it's not me advising I'm advising, but I'm advising all of us. It's not like I got it made and I'm talking to anybody. It's actually a saying that my uncle used to tell me when I was growing up. It was funny to me till I grew up to understand what he was saying. You know, as young kids, you wanted to chase girls. You're chasing some stuff that you don't actually need, but you think you need them at that time. What he was saying is, the energy you're using to do that, use that to start fixing your life for the future. And what he means by that is investments. You know, the type of money we blow. I don't, but I see people blow money in the club for like 600, 700 Ghana cedis for one champagne, which is, if you calculate cement into that, you know. even common pizza, that was funny, but someone put up pizza and cement. It was 2 bags of cement for one pizza, right? So in a way, it's funny, but if you think about it, I think money, as blacks, we are not really good with money. I'm going to be honest on that. I think we don't really know how to control money. Myself, I'm involved, but I have to learn. You know, so it's just an advice for people to just think about the future, and so you can have that life you want to have now later on. You know, you just relax. And a hand to mouth bit. When I say 80% is doing all the dirty work, and 20 is just spending what you.
So what is so back home and I with 13? What then a condom share? When you so better when I wear the 60. When you capra down home, Uncle Pay for bar, open my toe the hips. Yo. Kofi Buache, Takraba who at on Sassy, champagne 4 bottles, secure cement bag or ha, what a club a papi, secure wa brabo, Casa can see a moon dito, Oba, and for winning to Wukunusu pay you my suja from Pibo, Unesika, now what a foundation, what was one man I could lento, Uja when I cash in the fuse, yo, obey yin cram pies a pencil, Copa Bank, Papa be investment. Beauty bank, you must say, now would your brand Yabosia, but I will see our white Nimguasia to be daddy. Take Mamma me home den crano. Abraboni de make mu 80. Matotons are CSC than you, my bobra, until I come 20. Now, 20 now can the hand to mouth. Hand to mouth.
Listening to your music, I hear you talk about some of the tough things that you went through to get to where you're at now. I mean, we've had the NWA biopic. We heard that Tupac biopic is on the way. Is it something that you would like to do?
Yes, we actually had a meeting not so long ago, but it has to be done well. You know, that's the only hold up, and it has to be. If we're doing it, we have to kill it. So we're talking to a few people, and yeah, that's a possibility.
Sarkodie.
Nice.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Now it's a success story, legendary.